What I'm about to talk about in this video takes a special kind of stupid, but it's a special kind of stupid that EA and its followers definitely have in abundance. In the last video we talked about the failure that is Battlefield V. Check it out if you're interested, link is going to be in the pinned comment down below, but since that video, EA stock is still in the toilet and Battlefield V is still on sale pretty much everywhere. So you'd think that this would be a humbling moment for EA and DICE. You'd think they'd take a step back and be like, fuck, maybe we were wrong for using our video games as political tools. Maybe we should ease up on the SJW propaganda. Maybe this shit just isn't working out. Maybe that's why we lost over 1/3 of our company's value in a 6-month time frame. Nah, of course not. This is EA we're talking about. They saw Blizzard ascend to the throne of stupidity with Diablo Immortal and they're like, oh hell no. This is the only thing we're #1 at, you're not taking it away from us. So EA and DICE recently had a closed launch event. I'm gonna ad-lib the event invite to match reality, but here it goes. It's time for the release party of Battlefield V. I know how hard we have worked to make this game a reality, and we should be incredibly ashamed of how badly it's being received. Battlefield V is one of our most delusional and incomplete games to date, whose price will continue to decrease for weeks to come. So bring along a friend or a loved one for a night of celebration. We deserve to celebrate failure. There you go. That's a little bit more accurate than what nonsense they were spewing. But at the closed launch event party, we learned that EA and DICE have not learned a goddamn thing. Despite all the backlash that led to the poor pre-orders, that led to you forcing your game to launch another month later, despite still having poor sales after all of that, you choose to still stick by the hashtag everyone's battlefield. For those unaware, the hashtag campaign that was going around during all of the backlash and controversy was the hashtag #NotMyBattlefield. Well, back in May, Oscar Gabrielson's response to all of that was, first, let me be clear about one thing. Player choice and female playable characters are here to stay. We want Battlefield V to represent all those who were part of the greatest drama in human history, and give players choice to choose and customize the characters they play with. Just not represent all the men who were actually there. Rewrite history and replace them with women is what he means by that. Our commitment as a studio is to do everything we can to create games that are inclusive and diverse. We also set out to push boundaries and deliver unexpected experiences, but above all, our games must be fun. Again, inclusive in that we will shit all over the history of the people that gave their lives during those times and replace them with women. And an unexpected experience in that you never expected us to shit all over history this badly. Hate to go off on a tangent, but now that we're talking about it, there's an excellent video by American Krogan on the subject called Battlefield V Inclusive Revisionism. Here's a quick snippet from that while we're on the subject.
The worst offender by far in the campaign is the mission about a Norwegian mother and daughter who destroy Germany's ability to produce heavy water. The daughter succeeds in destroying most of the shipments, and then her mother sacrifices herself in order to sink a German submarine carrying the very last shipment of heavy water. The problem with this scenario is that it's a blatant lie. It's obviously based on the Allies' plan to cripple the Norwegian Vemork plant in 1943, which was being used by Germany to produce heavy water. But DICE's version of events completely writes the real-life Norwegian commandos out of their own story. The crippling of the Vemork plant was orchestrated by the Combined Operations Headquarters starting in October 1942. The plan originally consisted of 2 parts. The first, Operation Grouse, would drop a group of Norwegian commandos into the area as an advance force. Later on, a team of British engineers would land in the area via military gliders to attack the plant itself. This was Operation Freshman.
It's an excellent video. I highly recommend you go watch the rest of it and subscribe to his channel, watch his other stuff. He also did Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That's interesting stuff. But that's what I mean. You're literally writing men out of history and replacing them with women. So you're not really representing all the people that were a part of the greatest drama in human history. You're fucking completely disrespecting the men who risked their lives in order to make strides during the war. Anyway, he finishes off the thread with, the Battlefield sandbox has always been about playing the way you want, like attempting to fit 3 players on a galloping horse with flamethrowers. With Battlefield V, you also get the chance to play as who you want. This is everyone's battlefield. So he throws that in there to kind of divert from the realism aspect of it. He's like, well, it's not really all that realistic. You can throw 3 people on a galloping horse. I mean, it's never been about realism. But people are not talking about the gameplay, you fucking retard. They're talking about the subject matter. The subject matter is where we're expecting that level of authenticity that ensures we're receiving an enjoyable and engaging experience. Fucking clowns. So that's where they got the whole everyone's battlefield, hashtag everyone's battlefield. And they had the audacity to put it up at their launch party. Like, you're celebrating your failure, first of all. You put up everyone's battlefield, the contradictory hashtag campaign to the Not My Battlefield campaign. You surround it with comments, I'm assuming from Twitter or YouTube or whatever, but comments from the Not My Battlefield campaign. You throw it up there as if to mock these comments, as if like, oh, this is everyone's battlefield, fuck these guys. But you're so oblivious to the fact that these are the reasons why people didn't buy your goddamn game. I mean, were shareholders invited to this event? Would they have enjoyed seeing you making an open mockery of the reasons why people didn't buy your game instead of addressing it? So you put it all up there, Gender Field 5, feminazis are trying to rewrite history, which they actually are. You have white men, because we know that white men was censored, white man was censored. I still don't get that. On a side note, now that I think about it, EA claimed at the time when this whole white man thing happened, their excuse was that it was an AI algorithm that determined what words or phrases to censor, and it was not their intent to actually censor white men. But them putting up on this screen right here, white men, kind of alludes to the contrary, because why are you making fun of that? Hashtag exposed, let's make it happen. But anyway, this party happened, they had this up on the screen, some developers took photos, they decided to put it online, it started to spread a little bit. Once it started gaining negative traction, the developers started taking their post down, but it's already been spread and it's a little bit too late. Flagfire Gaming had this to say on Twitter. As someone with 2 degrees in communication, hashtag everyone's battlefield makes you look inclusive. Using the hashtag to then mock criticisms destroyed its value and paints everyone at DICE as arrogant. Yet again, we're focused on this instead of the gameplay. Crafter responds with, my question is, why even make it public? It was a private party for developers and generally people involved in creating Battlefield V, who should be well aware of the drama caused by their actions in the past. Yet some of them decide to share such things. Because they're idiots, dude, that's why. Despite these actions causing their company to slowly implode, they keep on doing it. They double down, they triple down, they want to fight the good fight. They're proud of this stupidity, man. They want to share their stupidity with the world. Flagfire Gaming's response is, they're not PR people. Alright. He's a lot more diplomatic, I guess. I would argue that it doesn't take a PR person to realize all the backlash that happened over the last 6 months, Jesus Christ. But just on the off chance that we do, Crafter responds with, even people that do decided to post it. That's the issue. And he links to Twitter user Mia Fia, who had the screenshots up, works in PR, loves tea and writing fiction, tweets against Trump and fascism in general. All my tweets are my private views from Stockholm, Sweden. Doesn't take a long time browsing through her Twitter to see that she's a real piece of work, this one. But the tweet she has associated with the screenshot is, Battlefield V has a woman fighter on the cover. Here are some of the comments EA got. Good speech by DICE boss Oscar tonight about equality, about EA DICE doing their bit and fight for equality. Loved it, and an applause emoji to top it all off. What praise. We're soon gonna learn that this lady focuses and hones in on the whole woman being on the cover of Battlefield V for some reason. It goes hand in hand with what I talked about in a previous video where they decided to focus on a small portion of the backlash, which is the whole women being in the front lines, and that's their main defense. I don't know, they don't want to address any of the other actual problems with the depiction of World War II. So Twitter user Shazfoud replies to Mia Fia with this gif where it's now comes the part where we throw our heads back in laughter, and they throw their heads back in laughter. To which she responds with, what is so funny? The fact that EA put a female character on the cover of Battlefield and are taking a stand for equality? Oh my god, I'm gonna die from the cringe. Super Green Pixel immediately responds with, what's funny is their sales of this game. Exactly. But it's followed by a bunch of others. Insulting your customers. I'm sure that'll drive business. Away, that is. Don't like it? Don't buy it. Sales go way down. What does World War II got to do with equality? That's a pretty good question. What does white men got to do with equality? Insane moral panic. There have been women in Battlefield games before. The whole premise that you think this has anything to do with equality is so flawed. Game is a financial failure, so it ended up not appealing to a wide amount of people at all. She responds with, the whole premise of you lecturing me about something you obviously aren't very knowledgeable about is flawed. And there it is, the Patrick Soderlund itself, the you are uneducated so you don't know what you're talking about. This person works in public relations, by the way. Probably the person who hand-fed Patrick Soderlund that line to begin with, I don't know. Get woke, go broke, not my Battlefield, and it's still on sale, baby. I like to see people tell me it's still a Black Friday or Cyber Monday sale now. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, last one. I was pretty happy to see so many negative comments cutting this post down. This was a scummy act. I got the game to enjoy multiplayer. Thought they learned the lesson from sales, but after seeing this I want a full refund and will not be purchasing any more EA products. To which she responds with, what exactly was a scummy act? Putting a female character on the cover? I'm sorry, but at this point, are you fucking retarded? Where did that come from? Which corner of your asshole did you pull this out from? Where was this connection made out of fucking nowhere, man? Jesus Christ. That's it. That's the limit. I can't take anymore. I can't take any more of this lady. I don't know. The fact that to them it's still just all about the whole women thing, and that's a small piece of the larger puzzle, but they won't acknowledge the larger puzzle. Thus, this game will not have a chance to succeed, and it doesn't deserve it. Not when you openly mock the people that would have paid you money for the product. You know, it's such a shitty thing to do. At the end of the day, if they really wanted to push this whole we love women's agenda, they should have just done a modern Battlefield. I don't understand why they have to rewrite World War II and shit all over the people that risked their lives back then. Make a modern Battlefield. Right now, women are very active in all branches of the armed forces and nobody would have had any kind of argument against it. Don't shove it down people's throats. Don't make it all women's, like a whole women's unit. That's not realistic. Only 14% of the armed forces today are female, so don't do that. But even just do like equal coverage, do half and half, and people I think would be fine with it, but I don't know, it's EA, they're stupid as fuck. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and share this video with whoever you want to share with. If you're new around here, subscribe with notifications to be notified about all upcoming videos. I do these gaming news and discussion videos at least once a week, so make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to stay on top of that. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.